Hey guys, this is Dan from Guitar from the Heart, and today we're going to be looking at the A minor chord. Alright, so A minor. A minor is a regular minor chord. It's used everywhere. It's used in probably half of every famous song you could think of. If it's not an A minor, it's another minor. Almost every song, whether it's in minor or major, has minor chords in it. And many of the popular keys use the A minor chord. So let's talk about it. First of all, let's get the theory stuff out of the way. Now you see, minor chords are made of the intervals 1, flat 3, 5. Now if you take a look at the respective, and let me set up my camera here real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at the A major scale, which is the relative, well, it's not the relative major of A minor, but it has the same root note as A minor, right? A minor, A major. Where does the 1 flat 3 5 come from? Let's go to A, which is the 5th fret of the 6th string. And if we play the major scale, we have the intervals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then the 1 again is the next octave, which is A again. If we take the 1, the 3, and the 5, and we flatten the 3, we'll get, and the notes we come up with are A, C, and E. So, the intervals of, or I should say the notes that make up any A minor chord are the notes A, C, E. So that's what identifies it as an A minor chord. You have A in the root, C is your 3rd, which is a flat 3 because minor chords have a flat 3, and the 5th is going to be E. And that's the fingerprint, if you will, of the note. The signature of the A minor chord is that it has those 3 notes. Now let's look at a couple of A minor chords. Let's take a look here at the first 3 frets of our guitar. And I'm gonna try to get a tight, nice, good focus of this here as best as I can help. And we have here on the first 3 frets, our fingering is going to be like so. We're going to play the A string open. We're not playing the 6th string, we're playing the A string open. We're playing the 2nd fret of, forgive me, my focus is poor here. Let's try to fix that a little better. 2nd fret here of the D string, which is an E, we're going to play. Then we're going to take our ring finger and play the note immediately below, which is the 2nd fret of the G string, which is an A. Then we're going to take our index finger and play the 1st fret of the B string, which is a C. And then we're going to play the open E string again over here, the high E string. So if we look at that, it's going to sound like this. Alright, let me back up, get a better angle here. So it's gonna look like this. That's how it's gonna sound. But remember, we said that every minor chord has 1 flat 3 5, right? And the A minor, those notes work out to be, when we looked at the scale, they worked out to be A, C, E. So every note should be an A, a C, or an E. Again, A, that's an E, So that's our fifth. That's an A again. So we have a repeat of the root note. Then that note on the B string is actually gonna be our C, which is our flat 3. And then E again is the 5 again. So this is what we call like the open string, the open chord of it, version of it, the open voicing, or the cowboy chords version, or whatever, however you want to look at it, however you want to call it, but it's the note it's the chord that you play on the first 3 strings version. And now let's go over to the bar chord. And you can derive minor chords all over the neck by just analyzing and making sure all the notes here for like A minor, for example, are A, C, and E. The minor chord, the A minor, is like this. Sounds a little different, but it has the same kind of character to it as the open version. And this is what we call like a E string rooted bar chord. It's essentially an E minor chord, but we put a bar and we move it up, where the bar is on the root note here of A, and then we play that E minor shape, and then we bar all of the other notes here. So now, if we're to analyze this, we should have all A's, C's, and E's, right? So let's take a look. A. On the 7th fret of the A string is an E. Now on the 7th fret of the D string is an A again. It's an octave, right? And then we're barring essentially this note, which is the 5th fret of the G string, which is a C. Same as here. So far we have A, E, A, C. That's enough right there, the top 4 strings, to make a minor chord. A minor. Now we're gonna have repeats. What note is this? This is the 5th fret of the B string, which is an E again. And then we have on the high E string, again, the repeat of the, it's the same note, whatever the 6th string note is, the high E string is gonna have the same note. Alright, so there you have it. You have the A minor chord, a simplistic video with pretty much everything you need to know about this chord. This is designed for beginners, or if you're an intermediate or so with a desire to brush up. I'm going to be doing videos on all of these kind of chords and maybe other chords in my one video series. I want to take a look at something pretty cool that we could just add to the end here, just 2 minutes. All right. Once you know what you're doing with these chords, you can add what's called extensions, which are other notes that are not A, C, and E. And I'm not going to go into all the theory of that today, but when you do that, you can come up with cooler versions. But what you want to do is you want to keep an A, a C, and an E, and then add one other note, and you'll get different chords. So you get a shot here of the left hand. So we have our A minor. Now if I were to take my pinky and just kind of poke it around different places, I could get cool voicing. So like, let's just play this G here on the 3rd fret of the E string. I'm still playing the A minor, but we have an E here already, right? So I don't need that other E necessarily. I could put my pinky, and now I have a different chord. And one thing I like to do is like play chords like that and then just go back and forth between fretting that pinky note and then picking it up and playing the regular A minor chord. then you can alter the A minor chord by putting your pinky to the D. Instead of playing the C, now it's technically not an A minor chord. If we take away the C, we put a D, so we have A, D, E, which is a different chord. You can pick up your index finger. And it's cool to play around and jam with stuff like that. Alright guys, so that's the A minor chord. In the next video, I'm going to be doing C major. We're going to go through all of the basic chords so we have an overview of everything and something to reference and look back upon if we ever need review for it. But for now, thanks for watching. Play the guitar from the heart and have fun with that. I'll see you in the next video.